29th Sunday in Ordinary Time. That second reading, it's interesting, written to people they're called the Hebrews, Jews. But who wrote it? It says Paul, but it's kind of doubtful, really, that Paul wrote it. So who wrote it? We don't know. What's interesting, the situation he is writing for, the people there, they were new followers of Christ. They had joined this new church community. And all the people were all excited. They knew Jesus was alive with them. And as time went on, they understood following Jesus was tough, not always easy. They were praying regularly, but not always easily. Went to church regularly, but it wasn't always easy. And other times, their other friends rejected them. You joined this new group, you're crazy. Sometimes they suffered a lot. Other people took advantage of them, hurt them. Following Jesus had become very difficult. Really, they wanted to follow him with Jesus continually into this new church community. But they were doubtful. Some of them were weak. They were tired. It was hard to continue. They couldn't do it. That group of people a long time ago was like who? Like you and me. Sometimes doing the right thing with Jesus, what Jesus wants to do, is not always so easy. It's hard. You are good people, and it's difficult. You go to church regularly, you pray regularly, but it's hard. Sometimes you don't feel, you don't want to do it, you're tired. That author wrote to the Hebrews to encourage them to always to realize they have to look up at Jesus. Know that Jesus is with them. Know that Jesus supports them. Know that Jesus loves them. Forget it, don't. Sometimes people think, Jesus knows he died on the cross, and then he rose. That happened a long time ago. I know that Jesus is here, I believe it, but to see Jesus, oh, I can't, it's hard. I really doubt sometimes that Jesus is close. Jesus supports me. Sometimes I really doubt that. Jesus is up in heaven, far away. He stays in a glorious, happy place in heaven. Here on earth, it's difficult. Human life is hard. It's challenging. Trust Jesus? I don't know. Jesus really understands us? The author to the Hebrews says, Jesus knows your human life. Jesus is human too, like you. Jesus knows. He became hungry like you. Jesus felt tired like you. Jesus felt depressed like you. Jesus knew some people hated him, same as Jesus knows some people might hate you. And then Jesus was really human. He liked to eat with his friends, same as you. Jesus liked to be with his friends. Jesus he liked going out to parties like you. Jesus is with you. Jesus knows you. Knows life is hard sometimes. Jesus knows your life is challenging sometimes. It's not always easy. You're right. Doing good is hard. Then remember, Jesus suffered for you. Jesus was guilty of any wrong? No. Jesus was guilty? Never. Jesus sinned? Never. You are guilty. You sin. Punishment? Punish who? Jesus? No, not him. Punishment should be yours. But Jesus accepts replacement to replace you. Jesus accepts the suffering, so you don't need to suffer. He's replacing your suffering. Jesus is accepting suffering for you. You have a new relationship with God the Father. Jesus did all that for you. Remember that. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's lonely. You feel overwhelmed. Jesus felt the same way. Jesus knows your human life, but no matter, Jesus accepted to become human. Jesus wants you to accept becoming like him. Jesus knows your relationship with Jesus, becoming more like Jesus. Jesus is happy, and then you'll be satisfied. You'll have peace. That will all happen for you. Look up at that cross. See Jesus' body in pain, suffering for you. He's replacing you. You don't need to suffer now. You're guilty. You've done wrong. But Jesus is willing to replace you. So you are free. You have a new relationship with God. You are fully free, safe. Nothing will kill you. Jesus died and suffered for you. For you. Remember that. Then sometimes when it's a struggle and it's hard, and it's not always easy. Sometimes, but remember, Jesus is with you no matter what may be happening. Feeling depressed, tired, overwhelmed, no matter. Jesus is with you. Jesus has taken your place. He is suffering for you, so you are safe. You can be united with God the Father forever. Let me end with a story. Boy, teenager, came home from school every day, came late, always late. Father and mother were getting upset, said, come early, the right time for dinner. Always the boy was coming later. He didn't care about the mother and father, what they wanted. One day the father warned him, come home late again, give you food, no food at all, give you one slice of bread, water to drink. That's all the food. Do you understand? The boy said, yes, I understand. Then, next day, the boy came home late again. Came into the dining room. He saw his plate, bread, one slice of bread, and a cup of water. That was all. Father, that was his punishment, and it happened. Boy looked at it. Then the father, there was enough food on the father's plate. The mother had food for her, enough for her on her plate. Then the father took his plate, replaced his plate. The father accepted the son's empty plate. Full plate he gave to the son. The father accepted the limited food to show his son that taking his place of punishment for him. He accepted the suffering to help the son. Jesus did the same thing for us. Jesus replaced punishment for us. Jesus accepted himself. Punishment, you and I are now free, satisfied, happy, have a relationship with God.